Let's see if my live is good or not. Sweet. All right. So at first, actually, I'm about to. Hopefully, it's not too loud. I'm about to check real quick, see how loud I sound. All right, cool. It worked. Fire. All right. So I had to try out new software. I'm finally getting hip to the streaming world, man. Finally getting hip to using OBS Studio instead of just being on Zoom, so I can actually like get the most out of my stream, going back and forth the correct way with it. But now that I got those technical difficulties out the way, about the Dana hires a tech person to manage all my the behind the scenes technical stuff, so I could just focus on the charts, man. But we here now, so that's all that matters. So as you guys know, every Sunday, I believe these two past Sundays I have not went live. Um, Forgot what was the reason. I know one was Super Bowl weekend, so I did a vlog instead. And then the weekend after, I was waiting for you guys to tell me what pairs you want to be focused on, as well as hitting my like goal. So now we are back this week again, coming with the free setups for the week. And I think I'm gonna give y'all. I told y'all usually I give y'all all four. But until like I said, till y'all start showing love on the likes or leaving comments, letting me know how the market's been treating y'all with these setups. I can't give y'all too many more setups. If you want all my trades, then y'all already know. Just join my center chats. But I'm not really here to promote center chat. I'm just here to provide value. So since I'm providing y'all free value, that's why all I ask from you guys is do me a favor and just leave a like, leave a comment. Helps with the engagement, helps push my platform out. My goal for the year is at least, well, I ain't gonna say goal for the year. The goal for the next 3 to 6 months is to at least smack the 1,000 subscriber mark. So that way I can start being way more consistent and do what I do. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The free setup, I'm gonna give you two pairs this week in particular. I think the first one is gonna be it's gonna be US 30. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give y'all US 30 and I'm gonna give y'all Germany 40. I'm gonna give y'all two of my favorite two pairs that I love to focus on and that I love to trade. So starting off with US 30, as you can see right here, I'm giving y'all like some gain real quick. So one of my favorite indicators to use is my fibs. I use fibs to give me an idea of how far the market is coming back to retest, pull back, or enter on the charts. Now in this scenario, I'm looking at it on a 4 hour time frame, right? So from my 4 hour perspective, I'm paying attention. And we saw on Friday the market did exactly what it was supposed to do. It gave us those retests. It kept creating lower high prices and it absolutely tanked on the charts. So of course, as we get ready to go into this week, what we're going to be looking for is it time for the recovery? Is since this is the new sell-offs, is this a sweet spot to set us up for a new higher low entry that we can look to take for the next new higher high, right? New higher highs and new higher lows? Or is this going to be the week where US 30 decides that, you know what, for the next couple of days, I want to continue to go for the downtrend, right? So the arrows is playing games with me right now. But you can see here that I don't know why I was tripping for a second, but you can see here what I was saying that. So two scenarios I'm looking for: new highs for the buys or a continuation of the sales. And that's going to actually lead me to the main two sets I'm giving y'all for tonight in particular on the indices. So let me drop down to my main time frames. Let's go down to the 1 hour. Let's go down to the 15. And we're just going to draw us a mini zone. So as you can see on the indices so far tonight, we have been getting like a little fake bull run. Um, for me personally, my main bull runs when I actually be like, okay, the market is actually going for the buys is gonna come from when the market actually breaks outside the zone. If the market does not break outside the zone, then I will not be looking. I mean, yeah, if it doesn't break outside the zone, then you already know I'm not touching this trade because what our indices love to do during the opening session, it loves to act like it's about to break out. It loves to act like it's about to go for the buys, just for it to sell and continue for another downtrend for the night during London. The buy move that everybody's probably anticipating, or the buy move that we're potentially looking for, isn't realistically probably not gonna come until probably like I want to say what New York session, New York, or maybe around 5 a.m., 6 a.m. And I'm speaking from experience, right? So there's been times in the charts where in the past I used to love on the market sold off Friday, bet I'm about to look for the buys early, right at opening bill, when the market opening back up, and the buy move might be good for a moment for scalpers per se. But when we're talking about when is it ready for the long term versus the long term move, let's wait a little bit longer until we get to London session when it's actually starting to set us up for those setups for the week. So, excuse me. With that being said, first setup I'm going to be looking for is, like I said, this setup probably will be happening tomorrow during New York, and that's going to be the regular if it breaks outside the top of the zone. So if it come outside the zone, if let's say if it come outside the zone during London session, so cool. London session, let the market break out the zone, let it retest the zone first, and then you can look for that continuation of the trend back to the next lower high structures. And when I'm focusing on areas where I'm like, okay, where could US30 hit this price and start to sell off at, I'm looking at here, and I'm going to be looking at this structure right here, right? So this was the last main lower high. This was the last bearish candlestick that opened before the next sale. And technically, there is a mini structure right here as well that can play as a key point. So these are like my 1, 2, and 3 levels I'm going to be paying attention to once US30 decides to break out the zone for the buy. Now that we got like that, the technical side of things out the way a little bit, if I go ahead and drag my price range, let's see how many pips that is. So from this zone breakout to right here, that is already 1,500 pips. For me, that's already a beautiful trade. That's TP135. That's smacking on the charts. Now, if it goes to the next level, as you can see here, this is 3,000 pips. And if it goes to the next level, as you can see here, that is 6,000 pips. And that will be the full retest back to where the market had took off for the sales anyway, originally on Friday. So as we start to look into like the bigger plays, the bigger moves. It's gonna be fun, honestly. For all my Academy members that's on right now, my Sunshine members that's on, it's gonna be a lot of opportunities. As long as the break outside the zone, there's gonna be a lot of opportunities this week to capitalize off of the charts. And actually, let's step away from that for a little bit. Let's talk about the news, like the overall news that's coming out. So we have no major U.S. news coming out tomorrow, just the Euro at 4 a.m. And then Tuesday, this is when we start to get into like, all right, when the market's gonna actually start moving for real. We got the S&P CS composite. I almost had a tongue twister right there. We had the CB consumer confidence. This always make the market move. The Richmond manufacturing index always make the market move. Then Wednesday we have new home sales, crude oil. Then Thursday we have unemployment claims, and then followed by the pending home sales. Like all of these, this is our news that be making our market move. So I'm excited. Like it's no need to rush any setup that I'm about to give y'all, because there's gonna be a lot of opportunities to make some money this week on the chart. But the question is, are you gonna actually do what you need to do to make sure that you're in position to make the money, or are you going to try to rush the setup? So I'm gonna keep saying that just to make sure I'm telling y'all, like, is there gonna be no need to rush anything, because once these markets play out for the buys, and then the same thing, I'm probably gonna give you 3 setups today. I'm gonna give y'all this one, and I'm gonna give y'all the one off the support, and then maybe a breakout for the sales. So it's gonna be 3 different opportunities just alone for US30 that's gonna be clean. When I come over to Germany 40, we're gonna talk about that too, because Germany 40 has been doing wonderful things. You feel me? Like it has been blessing us this entire. It's only been crazy. It's literally only been 2 months, and it's already up like 5,000, 6,000 puts on the charts. Like you can't make it up, bro. Literally. So without further ado, enough of me rambling. And feel free, of course, if y'all got any questions or comments throughout the while I'm typing this out and stuff, just drop them in the chat, and then of course I'll occasionally read over and answer anything that y'all got. So, first setup, first official main move that I'm going to be looking for. If US30 comes outside the zone, I'm going to be looking for the momentum break, some form of a retest or a pullback. And then I'm going to be entering my buys at 43,612. The stop loss on this is going to be 500 pips. Or I know if you guys trade futures, 50 points. And I'm going to do soon, there's going to be another video If you follow me on Threads, I know what I'm talking about, but it's gonna be another video soon. I'm gonna be talking about going over futures and then the preference space and just trading futures in general. So stay tuned to that for my people that want to trade with the funded accounts and want to like just learn how to trade futures in general. Stay tuned for that video. And of course, I can say this now too, like if you could trade indices, if you could trade indices like this, it's literally the same exact mindset, the same exact process. I don't want y'all to be like, oh, like, hey, why you switching to futures? Don't worry, I'm still trading indices. I trade futures too now, but they're literally the same exact thing. It's just under a different type of title. Right? So as you can see here, this is gonna be our first official setup. Remember what I said. So this is the first boss level. Think of it like a game, right? So you get the market, it starts to push up. This is the first boss level that you gotta complete. If it fails to break above this boss level, you're gonna take profit, and then 9 times out of 10, I'll be calling sales setup off of this lower high structure if it decides to continue with that downtrend. If it breaks above and closes above this boss level right here, we're gonna take it to the next structure. Where's the last support level? Here. Where's the last area that it broke and retest to continue for the downtrend right here. So that's why I put that orange line right here at 43,930. And then of course the final level will be the full retest back to where the market was at on Friday, and we will of course look for sales off of this price. Now, depending on whatever type of week we have, if it does not, like let's say it waits till like what news we got coming out? Let's say it waits till like Thursday to finally make that push up here. If momentum is looking right, we potentially might be looking for a continuation. But if momentum is pushing strong for the buys, then all of a sudden we start to see momentum slow down. Once it gets to this price, then of course you guys know that your boy will be looking for the sales off of this zone as well. But for right now, we're gonna go based off of where we are at currently. So this is officially be our first main move that we're gonna be looking for. And I'm gonna download this for all my Signal Shop people that's on. I will make sure to put all this in the chat later on for y'all too. But of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, just rewind the video, mark up your charts, whatever you want to do. After I'm done giving y'all this sauce. So next up, we have if it doesn't come out the zone. So for my scalpers, technically I could take sales back to where the gap was at, which is down here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and drag this a little bit further down right now just to make sure. But for me, I'm not gonna call this sales setup for y'all, for scalpers. But right now it will be another buy setup. So what it will be is we'll get the retest back to support. So let's say tonight US 30 does sell off sales, whoop de whoop. We get a retest back to the support level. It officially closes the gap that it opened up on. If the market does not close outside of this zone and it starts to push back up, this is the buy setup that you're gonna take 43,409. Right? So that's gonna be the buy setup I'm trying to look for. If it does, let's see. Actually, let me finish this first before I do that. So if it doesn't break and give us a retest back to this support level, once the market pushes up, we will look for the buys. Our stop loss will be right below that zone. So as you can see, the stop loss is going to be a little bit steeper. So to avoid that, actually, I'm going to go ahead and bring the entry down. So that way y'all are really entering off of a higher low and minimize as much risk to reward ratio as possible. And that's cool because if we're entering support here, actually this is even better entry because it's like cool. This is before the market even get out the zone, you already be at 2,000 pips. You already be done for the day. We're done for I don't know for some people 2,000 pips. Y'all could be done for the week just off of this one position. So this is gonna be TP1, TP2, TP3. Oops. TP4. And then I'm gonna just make the last one just 4 retests up to the top, 2,100 pips. All right, so this is gonna be my main two setups that I will be looking to call out for you guys over here on US Study. Now, besides US Study, I'm gonna actually, before I go any further, so I don't feel like I'm rambling, just drop like a one in the chat if everybody's good, or if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'm gonna stop for a quick second just to see, just to make sure I ain't rambling. All right, bet. Second, like everybody is okay. Cool. Next up, we got, what I say, Germany 40? Yep. So next up, we got Germany 40. For the Germany 40 pair, it's actually funny. So I don't even gotta pick it up. So as you can see here, this was originally a buy setup that I caught out last week. But this is actually perfect because it's gonna be the same as that setup that we're gonna look for this week on the charts. Right, so here, let me break it down. So here we have at higher low. I'm gonna delete everything real quick just to show you what happened, and then I'm gonna add everything back. So if you were on the charts, I'm gonna show you what happened over here. So over here on the charts, we had previous zone structure that the market broke out of to go for the buys. It came back to retest, closed. This was another mini zone right here. It broke above that zone. Germany 40 took off for buys like crazy, right? So then, after it made its new highs and made its new higher highs and higher lows, obviously you guys should know, Germany 40 actually decided to start selling off. So this was the last main higher low structure right here. And then this was one right here. For those that don't know, typically I make my higher lows green and I make my sales red. No particular reason. That's just always how I mark up my charts. I don't know why. I just went back so far. So I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. All right, so you can see here what's going on the chart. So the market sold off, it pulled back, and it created a lower high, which means the market is in a downtrend, or at least it was in a downtrend for this past week after it started selling off. Right, so this was the last higher low. This was the last lower high. The market started to push to close under that, and then here we are now seeing our current condition where it closed under that and sold off. So this technically was, once it sold off, this became a lower high structure. But now that the market gapped and opened up, actually, what time is it? Yeah, so the market just opened up at 8 o'clock for Germany 40. Now that the market gapped and opened up, now this level in particular is what I like to call my retest zone. This is an area now where I'm paying attention to see, is Germany 40 about to stick with this area being a lower high, or is it about to start to be time to start looking for the buys? Because as you can see, when I'm bullish, and here we are seeing Germany 40 take off on the charts. So really what I want to see on the charts for this pair in particular, is two things. It will have to retest to this zone and confirm that it's staying with the uptrend and close above. And then this is the buy that we take back to this structure right here, making this a higher low point and then continuing with the uptrend. But in that same breath, remember how we talked about this was a downtrend, this is the lower high, and we have a gap on the charts right now. If Germany 40 decides to continue to go for the buys tonight, great, bravo, bravo, do your thing. During the London session, or if it's around this area during New York, we should expect to see retest right here and then sell-offs back to the continuation of the downtrend. All right, so that's my two analysis that I'm looking for over here on Germany 40. So now that I zoomed in, let me go back and dang, it's not even letting me re-add the charts back up. So it's cool though, because I can give y'all basically the same exact analysis anyway. So this was my previous high low structure. This was the previous support. The market gapped anyway. Technically, I'm gonna give y'all this one. So retest back to support. I'm gonna bring this zone up a little bit more so you can see this structure. So we will need to see a retest back to here, and the market closes above the zone. If it closes above the zone, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna purposely make us wait until the buys at right exactly where the price is at right now, 22,445. Right, so this will be eventually this will become our buy entry that we're gonna look at. We just need the market to give us a retest first, back to the zone structure before we officially take this trade. And then for this stop loss, it's only going to be 377 pips, and the goal is essentially going to be 1,200 pips back to that retest to that lower high structure right here. Right, so I'm going to set these CPs right quick, and then we can chop it up some more. All right, and then for those that are new, I have about 4 different TP options that I set every single time. The TPs are for you to choose whatever your risk tolerance is or whatever your take profit goal is. I'm giving you different options that you can use. I have a 100% win record with smacking at least TP1, right? So any TP after that, obviously the record goes to 80, 90, 100, 90, 93. Like, you feel me? Like, it's still in that range, but I don't really like to brag too much about my results too crazy because, like, even though yes I have a 100% win record, it's not really when it comes to trading, it's like it's not. I don't want to say it's frowned upon, but I don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's guaranteed money, because obviously at the end of the day, nothing is guaranteed in life. Nothing in trading is guaranteed. You gotta actually put in the work and do what you need to do to get the results that you want. But I do have the results to back it up, and safe to say, like I said, been calling buys on Germany 40 since the beginning of the year, and we are going insane on the charts right now. So love to see it. Actually wouldn't be surprised if Germany 40 is causing the pairs to go bullish a little bit. That's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a fun night. Might have to stay up tonight for London session, see how it's moving. But all right, so this is gonna be the first option, the buys. Second play is gonna be retest back to this resistance structure. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all just 2 setups today for this one. We talked about the other play. If it does come down here or break below here, you can take sales, but I want to give y'all like a main setups that you can look for. So T's to go for the buys, great. Where I'm saying if it continues, I'm not saying I'm taking buys right now. I'm letting the market do what it's doing right now, because we need to figure out where's our highs and our lows are going to be for the week, or at least for the day. Once we figure that out, then we'll have a better idea of how we should be trading and go from there. So I'm gonna make the stop loss on this one a little bit steeper, right above the zone, 570 pips. And then once again, the goal is going to be another 1,500 pips on the way back down. The better thing about this one is simply because the overall trend at this moment would be a downtrend. So if it continues with the downtrend, even though we're gonna have a 1,500 pips, the trade can go for 3,000. It just depends on how the market is looking at the time that we're in our swings or holding our positions. So this is TP2, TP3, T4, and let me know if y'all want me to like slow down too. I know sometimes I can talk a little bit faster than usual. But for right now, it looks like everybody good. All right, so STP 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 setups. Remember, so first one, retest back to the zone. Previous lower high structure from Friday. Oh, my fault. Friday was right here. Previous lower high structure from Thursday. Look for the sales off of here, 1,500 per move. Or tonight, if we get the retest back to this zone right here, look for the buys. And then, of course, technically, unofficially, I'm not giving you this trade. My seller shot, I probably will later on. But unofficially, for you guys on the YouTube community, if the market closed back under this green zone right here, you could take this sell setup back down to here again. That is another 2,000 pip move on the charts. So I will officially go with that. Shout out to everybody that's been plugging in with me. I know this is the first Sunday back. We are finally back doing the market analysis, but we're coming back with some fire setups, so that'll be okay, man. Germany 40 gonna be coming in for sure. And if it break above this zone too, same analysis with the buys. But I'm excited for both of these. See how they end up playing out. All right, so I'll catch y'all again next Sunday. This week I will be dropping another video, like I said, going over the features and talking about potential funded account challenges with Top Step. I know many of you know about it. I know there is a market for people to learn how to trade with funded accounts or finding new funded account challenges, and just a market for top stuff and overall with everything that's been going on in the space. So I'm excited to finally get with the program with you guys and really just put y'all hit. I've been working behind the scenes. I got some things I gotta announce, but um in the next this either gonna be the next video I'm gonna do official video talking about the series I'm planning, or in the video after. I got two videos I'm about to drop. So stay tuned for that. Right now, I'll catch y'all in the next live. Peace out.